Just wanted to note really quick, I messed up on the audio, and it's very echoey. Kind of sounds like I'm talking into a cave or something. Uh, Bear with me on that, and I think you'll find this video valuable. As someone who's been stuck in the comfort zone for years and years and seen the negative effects that it's had on my life, I definitely don't want that for you. And today I just want to go over how the comfort zone ruined certain things for me, and how I plan to not stay in the comfort zone going forward, and why I don't want you there either. So I went to college, because that's what you did. That's what everybody did. It was the comfortable thing to do. You didn't have to worry about being made fun of in high school because you were going to go to the workforce out of high school or try something that was anything but college. And then when I went to college, I loved baseball. Baseball was my whole life growing up. And I decided against playing in college because I was scared of the tryouts and how would I compete at the college level and all these things that just kept me in the comfort zone. And then even little things like not standing up for what I believe in and those kinds of things. Those are times that I find myself in the comfort zone, and it does anything but make me comfortable. I think for me, I'm learning that the sacrifice of short-term discomfort is so worth the long-term comfort. And what I mean by that is, you know, back when I got out of high school, I wish I had started my lawn care business then instead of 3 years later when I was almost done with college. And if I sacrificed that short-term discomfort of not going to college and people asking like all these questions that you would get in high school, like, oh, you're not going to college, you're going to be a failure, and all this. And now my lawn care business has been pretty successful, and I plan to grow it again this year. And if I decided to sacrifice that short term and just do it out of high school, I would have had 3 more years to grow it. I wouldn't have grown this student loan debt, and I don't even use my degree. And around my junior year of college, when I started the lawn care business, I really didn't think I would, but I figured at that point I had 1 more year, so I just stuck it out. Um, but yeah, that quote unquote comfortable decision in the short term to go to college really set me behind from what I truly wanted at that time. And as someone who didn't even go to his high school prom, I don't even regret that. In fact, I feel like I would have been in the comfort zone and just went because everybody else does. Um, but I don't regret that. But one thing I do regret not doing is playing baseball in college. Like I said, I love baseball. It's my whole life, and I was really good at it. I even have a couple teammates that are in the major leagues now, and obviously they're way better than me. But I didn't feel like I was as inferior, as I could have been, being that they're some of the best players in the world. And yeah, who knows? Maybe I would have tried out for the college I went to. Things go really bad. I ended up like sucking, and the worst thing is I learned that I wasn't good enough. But now looking back, could I have been good enough to have a successful career in college, maybe earn a scholarship and those kinds of things? And I kicked myself because I stayed in the comfort zone instead of just being uncomfortable, doing what I want to get what I truly want. Another thing that really cost me on top of this is, so I was a Christian since I was maybe 16 or 17, and I was super quiet about it, and still relatively am. And by that I don't mean I'm like forcing it on people or anything, but what I do mean is just not being able to express that, and because it affects your life in so many ways. And like just an example, like I love to give the message of salvation to people. It's just believing in Jesus Christ can give you eternal life, and you know that's scary. It's scary to go tell people that because it's a strong topic, and you don't know how people are going to feel about it, and it could be really uncomfortable to go share that with somebody. But I know that that's something that I want people to know the love of God and to be able to believe in Jesus Christ. And how are they going to know if they don't hear, right? And so for me, getting out of my comfort zone to do that can help bring me what I truly want, which is for them to hear that message of salvation. And I kind of feel like I'm all over the place with this video, but I guess just like some of the big examples I'm giving and things like that, what I'm seeing is like, I've already mentioned this, but sacrificing that short-term comfort for the long-term comfort. If you find yourself being scared to do something and it's just easy to sit on the couch and watch Netflix that night instead of doing one little part to grow your business because you're uncomfortable and scared of what might happen. What's the worst that happens? I mean, instead of seeing one more episode on Netflix, you might have failed at something in the very short term. But if anything, you're going to learn from that failure and you're going to be able to grow more. And even that is, worth it to be able to get to where you truly want with whether it's your YouTube page or your business, whatever it is. I just think that staying in the comfort zone and not doing it leads to such long-term discomfort because you're going to be kicking yourself that you didn't do X, Y, and Z. You're going to see the potential and growth that you could have had. And I guess saying that is even making me think of this YouTube page. I started this a little over 2 weeks ago from the day that I'm recording this, and I have about 445 views already. I have 24 subs, and I'm just seeing some numbers, and it's just, to me, it's like I wanted to do this for a long time. And looking back on it, if I had just started and done this, I mean, I'm having a really good time. Who knows if the channel could have been monetized by now, all these things. And, I just stayed in the comfort zone and would rather, back at the time, I would have rather just stayed in the comfort zone. But now, putting myself out there, being a little uncomfortable, I can tell you, I'm already a lot more comfortable talking to this mic. It feels a lot more natural than my first few videos. If you go and check those out, I'll sound like a robot. And maybe I still do, but I know there's a lot of growth there. And, don't make that mistake that I did. If you want to start a YouTube page, get that video out there. The worst that can happen is nobody watches it, and hopefully you had a good time doing it and you learned skills too doing it. It's just so much more valuable to get out of the comfort zone instead of staying in there. So yeah, I mean, whatever it is that you got going on in your life, if you're questioning, if you want to try out for your college team, if you're questioning, if you want to take that really hard course in college, if there's a business that you want to grow, whatever it is, I mean, if the comfort zone is what's holding you back, I just take a look at why it is that you're not doing this thing. And if it's simply because you're scared or it might make you uncomfortable, that could be a sign to go for it. It's certainly not going to cause any growth to stay in the comfort zone and not do this thing that you want to do. The growth can happen when you're uncomfortable. And I keep saying long-term comfort because, it could help you get to where you want. Like for me, years from now, if I can have this YouTube page making an income and things like that, like that's going to be great. I mean, it's going to be a comfort to be able to have that income coming in from this hobby that I'm enjoying right now. But if I hadn't started, it would always just be a dream of mine. I'd always be wanting to do this. And then those times when I'm in the comfort zone, say just watching a TV show or whatever, it's always on my mind. Like, you could be starting your YouTube page right now. And that's not really that comfortable anyway. So it's kind of just a hiding approach. And we all deal with it in some ways. I'm sure anybody listening right now has found themselves in the comfort zone, and we all know it too. And it's just something we want to get out of. And yeah, for me, learning to just intentionally do things that would make me uncomfortable, like sharing my faith with somebody or posting a video on YouTube and that I don't know how it's going to do. These things have caused growth, and just looking back on them, I'm almost always happy that I did it. Just one more quick example is, and then I'm going to wrap things up here. I found myself in the comfort zone even in my business. So I put out door hangers for my lawn care business and things like that in the spring. And, it's not comfortable. I don't do door knocking. You just leave the door hanger there. But still, there will be people outside and you'll have to tell them what you're doing. And it could definitely just be an uncomfortable experience. But if I never did it, I would not have nearly as many clients as I have. I wouldn't have made nearly as much money as I have. And so it's just worth it in the end. And I'm doing it again this year with the door hangers, and I'm not nearly as uncomfortable doing it. It's not like there's complete bliss while I hand out these door hangers. But it's definitely easier than it once was, and I just know the rewards that can come from that. So yeah, I hope this video can be an encouragement to you guys. The comfort zone really held me back from so many things, and it still has me behind where I want to be, but getting out of it has already, helped me grow a lot, and I'm super thankful for that. So yeah, let me know in the comments, have you guys been stuck in the comfort zone before? Are you there right now? What is it that you want to do that might make you uncomfortable, but that is worth it in the long run? Definitely let me know in the comments, if you were encouraged or you found this valuable at all. Be sure to like and subscribe and stick around, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.